morning, everyone. So I'm with Neurofocus. I'm Elijah, and we're building a brain sensing device for professional gamers to increase their performance. So let me walk you through their day in life. So from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., they will have like a group practice with other professional team. And from 4 to 7, they will have physical therapy and mental therapy. And from 7 to 11, they will have another group practice. And from 11 to 4 a.m., they will have solo practice and streams. So it's like long hours and very stressful. And this is T1. They won 3 like world champions in a row, but they can still lose the game. Like focus drops during the tournament, leading to losing the game eventually. So here's where we come in. We built this attachment for headphones, and it can get your brain data from the gold cap, which is the sensor, and we process them. And then we have here. This is the screenshot from our app on the iPhone. So we get the data, we analyze it, and we provide feedback. On the right-hand side is the focus during like the session. And we're able to match your brain data with gameplay data. So you can see how focused you are or when your mental drops during which play. And we also feed all the mental data and gameplay into agentic AI, and it will provide you more feedback on that. And here's how we prove our device will work. We get the data from my friend playing Dota 2 on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side is he doing nothing, just close his eyes and relax. And here's our traction. We've met with the most popular esports team in South Korea, and we test with our gamer friend, and we'll be joining Founders Day next Wednesday. And we think we'll get them to pay for our device because they spend a lot of money on gaming equipment, including keyboard, mouse, and headset. And that will spend around $1,800 per year. And pro setup costs around $2K to $4K. And the total market is around $19 billion. And we're not going to stop there. We're going to expand it to high performance workers, people with ADHD, and helping students to increase their productivity, which are all kind of big market. And here's the team. Me, myself, I'm Elijah, and Inky's there. He's doing hardware design. And we onboarded a new member last November doing industrial design to fit the device into the headset. And we have mentors who's been supporting us around 2 years now. And he's former Intel executive for over 15 years. And we're asking for industrial design and early pilot testing groups and early production mentors and people who have experience in neuroscience and EEGs. Thank you so much. Here's the link for LinkedIn and our website. Thank you. If you're interested, you can scan the QR code, and I'm going to do a live demo.
So how this thing works is very simple. You just turn it on and then you put it on. And and then you start the session. You're starting to see the data is coming in through Bluetooth. Oh. Yep. And then we start to get it to analyze it, and then we have some recordings here, which is some gameplay with the EEG session. So we'll be able to just match it and then see how your performance during that time, and then in the end there's some feedback from the agent, and that's it. Thank you.
Very good. Do we have any questions? Yeah.
On the sophistication of what you're analyzing, how many parameters roughly, or how many things are you looking at to get that data and synthesize it more simply?
Like how we're analyzing the data and providing it.
How much data is feeding in there? Like, you built this into the hardware?
Yeah.
And you've probably got a software layer too.
Yeah.
It's analyzing a lot of data. How many things is it analyzing? We're getting a simple output, but are 50 things feeding into that 60, 70, 100, 200? Can you use it as a scale of what you built?
So, in simple ways, like we just process the EEG data and the gameplay, and like there's a lot of things that you can get out of EEG data, and what our competitors they usually do is they monitor a mental stress, focus level, and then tilt. That's basically it. And that's just like how you analyze it, and you compare different ratio, and then you'll get that result.
So what makes you unique then in what you built?
So we're able to fit it, like we build directly for professional gamers, and there's a startup called Durable. They will publish their, it's like they partner with HyperX to build this. It's a pretty big company, and
I used to work at HP, so.
oh,
Yeah.
So they will coming out next January, and we're able to cut in lower price because their headset is around $700, $800, and we can manage the cost around $150.
So you white label. You'll let other companies use your technology and under their brand. Is that right?
We're still thinking about that, but we're mainly selling only the ear cap, so it can fit into different categories of headset.
Thank you.
I think we have time for one more, if anybody else has a question.
So from what I understood, you have an EEG sensor embedded in the headset, you're capturing that, you're sending it to the phone, you have an app that can track that and label it, right? So this is good for tracking purposes, but how do you help them to actually stay focused? Like what actions can they take? Or are you helping them to actually come back to focus?
So we actually talked with one esports psychologist, and we're going to get more of their feedback after we launch the pilot and get more of their feedback to how we're going to help them. But this adds another extra layers to that they get the data, because there's not much data to get from like now.
Awesome. Thank you, Elijah.
All right, thank you so much. We will have our next meeting